Good morning. I'm Rob Moore, and this is your morning cup of motivation. You know, through the years, there have been mechanics who have felt like if they explained to me and talked slowly and explained in detail a little more succinctly, that I could understand the workings of an engine. And I finally, after, the last number of years, when they do that, I just nod my head, go, oh, yeah, that's right. I don't get it. God has not wired me to understand car engines. Now, if you were to say, Ron, I've got $150,000, I want you to put together an ad campaign, so, man, I tell you what, I'd be all over it. I mean, because see, that's the skills that God has given me. And see, God's given you skills too. In fact, here in Psalm 28:3, it says, way back in the OT now, he says, you shall speak up to all the skillful people whom I have endowed with the spirit of wisdom, that they make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may serve as priest to me. See, in other words, when they were making those garments, they didn't need to say, God, what thread do I put through here and how to do this? No, see, God had endowed them. God already endowed them. In other words, he'd given them, he wired them with wisdom to know how to do that. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't have to learn and stuff and maybe hone your craft, as they say. But see, in each of us, God has given a bent, that, you're attracted to something. Now, there are people, that I don't like my good friend Craig Rogers. I mean, he's a brilliant, I think he's trained as a chemical engineer or something, and he's brilliant at, but he's helped me work on my car before. He knows how to do all that kind of stuff, So there are guys like that. But, I love him to death. But, what's God's given you the skill to do? Well, see, if God's given you the skill, learn it, hone the craft. But know that when God's called you to do something, well, there are times that, you don't necessarily have to pray, okay, do I do my job? It's kind of like I heard Donald Holmes say years ago. He says, there are times that songs just flow. I mean, they just flow, that I write them. So then there are other times that I have to get up, go sit down at the piano and say, okay, God, you made me a songwriter, so I'm going to write a song. Because, see, that's the giftedness that God had given him. Well, what's God given you? Do it to the very best of your ability. Be all that you can be. Be all that God wants you to be. See, you could do that too by being spirit controlled. Don't forget that. So you have a great day. And don't forget, if you've been blessed by this, to share it with people. Share it all over the place, okay? All right, you have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.